by a show of hands, how many of you think that we can stop mass shootings? Well, that's pretty good. Mass shootings are increasing each year. By controlling ammunition, we can decrease the amount of mass shootings. My name is CJ, and stopping gun violence is personal to me. I will never forget the day I was shot in 2005 from an elevated position. I don't know, I'll let you see it. I almost lost my leg and my life. It was definitely not like in the movies. I was walking on patrol, and then the next thing I knew, I was on the ground with a sharp pain in my leg. It felt like my leg was asleep, but way more intense. At the worst time imaginable, I decided to remove my pants and have a closer look. Shock makes us do funny things. Blood was bubbling out of my leg, and because of my training, I knew that it was vital that I stop the bleeding. So I tied a very dirty sock around my leg, and that sock saved my life. The bullet went into my leg, hit my femur, traveled behind my kneecap and out my calf. Doctors told me that I would probably never regain full use of my leg. After 18 months of very painful and intense therapy, I have 90% mobility back. I only have trouble when I'm tired, but insult to injury, because I was shot, I was retired from my first career. Military lets you go. Mass shootings are on the rise by the same kind of weapon that shot me. It's time for accountability. We need to demand and meaningful legislation. Please sign my petition to tell Congress to pass laws that require limits on the amount of ammunition individuals can purchase and background checks on all ammunition sales. The only way to stop mass shootings would be to take the ammunition away from the mass shooters. There were some, sorry. There are some who say that, according to the Brady United, a non-for-profit group dedicated to stop gun violence, there have been over 156 mass shootings in the U.S. to date, and the amount is increasing substantially. Each year, by controlling the ammunition, we can decrease the amount of mass shootings. Humanity needs to decrease its obsession with firearms and drastically slow the spread of gun violence. If the bad guys intend on doing harm to others, we will take their potential by taking away their bullets. According to John Grisham at the Pew Research Institute, there are over 265 million guns for 320 million people. It is possible to get rid of all the guns. It isn't possible to get rid of all the guns, but if we reduce the ammunition, we can still slow or maybe even stop the violence. Because according to the Cato Institute, 36,000 people die each year due to gun violence. The amount is growing, so diminishing the supply of ammo is the best way, our best option to stop them. Megan Cassidy at the San Francisco Chronicle has done a poll that says 57% of all Americans say gun laws need to be stricter. California is actually the first state to employ restrictions on ammunition. They have required background checks on ammo. They have required monthly limits on buying ammo and prohibited possession of large amounts of ammo. The gun rights supporters like the NRA express that they have a constitutional right to use firearms to protect themselves. And I agree, somewhat. But please, will someone tell me why they need an AR-15 to defend themselves? I know why the military uses M16s or AR-15s, but why does your average citizen use one? People, with this in mind, forcing Congress to take action by signing a petition to regulate ammunition is the best solution to stop access to a vital tool for mass shootings. As of June 1st, 2019, California has implemented new laws on ammunition. We need to take their laws nationwide because over 100 people a day are dying due to gun violence. The average citizen has the right to live in. The average citizen does not live in fear due to widespread misuse of firearms and negligence of gun owners. The NRA is afraid that if Congress passes gun or ammunition reforms, somehow Congress will outlaw guns altogether. I can understand their mistrust of Congress, but we have to stop mass shootings. Some action is required.
Just click on it.
I tried, it's not doing it.
Oh,
And click on the other side.
Well, I was clicking left when it said that's left, and it goes
Right.
up that way. If I click right, oh shoot,
See, that's the left one.
I'm nervous, I'm sorry.
It's okay, man, you're good.
It's time to start a conversation about passing real common sense legislation and stopping the violence. Unfortunately, there is no single solution to please everyone, but signing a petition requiring Congress to pass new laws requiring background checks, ammunition, and also decreasing the amount of ammunition individuals can purchase is a solution to the problem. Keep in mind, there have been 156 mass shootings in the U.S., and they need to stop. I understand that some laws do have the ability to infringe on personal rights, but some concessions need to be made. The Constitution says we have the right to own and bear arms, but we as a society have the right to our freedoms too. It is important to realize how many people we are going to lose before we fix the problem. Signing a petition, we can show our legislators that we are serious about stopping the spread of gun violence and mass shootings. New legislation on ammo, like background checks, controlling the amount of ammo people can buy. Does that stop? Okay. As a society, what do we want for our future? The same lack of progress or a solution to the problem? We need to decrease firearms and bullets. Furthermore, we need to better enforce laws. I didn't get my measure, but okay.
Right, when you see that coming up, go to your measure.
Yes, ma'am.
Go right on to